Harvin's question here, which is how to process old emotions arising, mainly of what others have treated us. Right. So, like I was sharing, the old emotions arising can be, if you are working in an active Kundalini awakening process, when things are arising, if you view it as material coming up to be released, to be purified, to be cleansed, just surviving that experience, just surviving that emotional experience is the healing process, is the purification process, right? In a sense, it's a catharsis, right? So if it's coming up, we create our safe container, whether that's meditation, it's journaling, it's therapy, it's with somebody that we trust, it's going in our car and screaming, yelling, crying, whatever it is, somewhere where we can be isolated to allow these emotions to come up, knowing that ultimately we are safe to feel them. This can be a way of processing, right? But there's so many different ways to process emotions beyond just working with whatever's arising spontaneously. So there are so many modalities, right? The therapy world has, of course, developed so many different, very effective modalities that science has shown to be effective at processing trauma, processing emotions from, you know, adverse experiences from our past, like how you describe here, the ways that others have treated you, right? So a lot of the stuff going on in the body as well, we can pay attention to, knowing that our body keeps the score. Our body holds these emotions within it because that's where we feel emotions. We feel them in our body. We don't think emotions. We don't have emotions so much in our head. Thoughts are happening there. The voice in our head, the commentary, the memories are happening there. But the body is reacting emotionally with tension, with stress, with a pit in your stomach, with your legs becoming, filled with blood, ready to run or fight or freeze, right? So this is the way that the nervous system holds all of this. So we can bring attention to the body as well. So sometimes we can't get at certain trauma or certain karma or conditioning solely through processing on the level of the mind in a mind-based meditation. So that's why we may have to move, engage in yoga, stretching, massage. These types of things can be very effective as well. Also, being in the company of others. So if you're speaking, Harvin, about how others have treated you, one way to process some of those adverse experiences is to be in the company of others who treat you well, to tell your nervous system, not everybody is a danger to me. Not everybody may harm me or is out to get me or may abandon me. Some people are here and I can feel safe with them. And that tells our nervous system, you're safe, you can be here, you can trust, you can relax, right? So a lot of healing, especially when it comes down to relational trauma, relational conditioning, finding a safe relationship is the best way to do it. Can't always do it all on our own, right? So this is something to consider. And that doesn't have to mean a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to even mean a friendship per se. It can be community, ideally therapy. This is what therapy is meant for. Cultivate a meaningful relationship with somebody who's trained to make you feel safe in relationship, which within that space, then you can heal prior experiences of where lacked safety in other relationships. So just some thoughts there. Hopefully that gives you something to work with there, Arvin. Thank you.